Hi there, I'm Raf Garcia, a director at UK Education Guide, a UK leading comparison portal for international students, helping them and their families make really well-informed decisions about studying in the UK. In this video, it is my privilege to introduce the University of Exeter, whereby we explore their offering from an international student perspective by asking questions of their admissions team and one of their international students. So let's hear what they have to say. So, first of all, I am delighted to introduce Taylor, who is a regional manager within the international office at the University of Exeter. Taylor, welcome.
Hi, Raf. Thanks very much for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great to have you here today. Super excited to dive into these questions with you and share some insights with our international students. So let's go in with the first one, which is what are the two key aspects of support that Exeter offer for international students to help them transition to degree study?
Got it. Yeah, thank you. I think it's an important question. For same with any other university, we know that students who are considering, coming overseas to study in another language, often another culture, we know how rewarding that is. It's also extremely challenging, right? And so universities, including University of Exeter, will have a range of support services to students to sort of support them with that transition, and with that sort of new life as a student overseas, right? So if I was to highlight a couple at Exeter, if we think, for example, about our Into Centre, which is hosting a large number of international students prior to them starting at university, there's a huge range of, for example, English language support classes available to these students for free. I mean, these include things like sort of speaking classes, but also things like academic writing classes. What is it to write an essay at university and to write in a particular format for a particular subject or particular essay? So a range of support available for that, not just academic writing, but things like presentation skills. Maybe that as part of your degree, you're asked to sort of do a group presentation, and it might be the first time you've done that. So the university are there to support with presentation skill classes, sort of cultural English classes. So that's all available. This is all sort of part of our study zone as well. Study zone, they're providing things like one-to-one appointments. So if students got very particular, sort of issues that they want to get some support with, we offer one-to-one appointments, things like writing cafes. Not just that, but, a range of events and workshops that they can join in on with other students from the university, whether it be other international students or other UK students. So lots to get involved in sort of outside the classroom. As students coming from overseas, it's very common that there are lots of things that you want to learn and get better at. So support available across the university through our sort of transition and support team, which are a sort of fantastically helpful team who really encourage you to sort of work with and get support with throughout your degree.
Thanks, Taylor. I couldn't agree more. I mean, so much of this is about upskilling the soft skills development for our international students and
Yeah,
giving them the toolkit to not just for success academically, but to sort of pursue their career aspirations,
sure.
and kind of level up everything that kind of sits around them as an international student. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so taking it one step back and thinking about sort of pre-entry when you're going through application process, what is the one key piece of advice you would like to offer international students as they consider their university options?
That's a really nice question. My answer is going to be both from, working at a university and the perspective on that part, but also as someone who was myself looking at studying at a university. So let's combine the two. I think my key piece of advice is ask yourself when you're considering university, can I imagine myself studying at that particular university? Not just in terms of where it is in the UK and what the campuses are like, but really drill down into what the content of the degree on offer is like at that university compared to another university. Lots of universities will offer a business management course, but the content might be wildly different. So my best piece of advice is have a look. What is the content? What modules or units are offered in year one, year two, and year three? And ask yourself at that point, can I imagine myself studying that subject? Do I have a lot of flexibility to choose the content in my degree in year two and three in particular? I think that can really help you. And then, of course, as I said at the beginning, where is it? What's the campus like? Is that the sort of environment you want to live in? So there are obviously a huge range of things that you can consider. We won't talk about them all today, but that's probably my key tip. What's the content of the course like, and what does that really mean to you? And is it the best option for you, that course in particular?
Absolutely, and students can do that by just reaching out to academics, reaching out by teams in the international office. I
Yeah,
think for a lot of
exactly.
international students, they forget that the universities are open and welcome people to come
Yeah,
in and ask questions.
exactly. Yeah, reach out to the universities. I mean, often on the course website, it will tell you what happens in year one, two, and three. If it doesn't, reach out to us. Me at Exeter and my colleagues at other universities. We want to hear from you. We want to help you. We want to support you with that. So yeah.
Absolutely, Taylor. Well, thank you for your words and insights. And I believe now we're going to speak to one of your students. So we'll catch you later. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye, Raf. Take care.
Bye bye. Now, let's hear from one of Exeter's wonderful students. So, hi, Ashita. Great to have you joining us today.
Hi, Rafael. Happy to join. Happy to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, please tell me a little bit more about yourself. So, what's your year of study? Where are you from? And what course are you studying?
Hi, I'm Ishita. I'm doing BSc Psychology. So I'm in my first year of study and I come from India originally.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to getting your robust insights into your experience. So let's just dive straight into that first question, which is what are the top two reasons why you selected the University of Exeter?
So for my course, University of Exeter was listed as one of the top universities in United Kingdom. So of course, from my academic point of view, it was a really good option, a really good choice. City-wise, city is pretty close to campus, and I wanted a campus university. So I didn't want to end up in a big city. I just wanted a calm life, but I didn't want to be secluded from the city. So Exeter is a perfect balance between urban and rural. So therefore, I chose Exeter.
Absolutely. No, wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. And Exeter is interesting because of the location. You are very much well, you are a university
Yeah,
city, and I completely get what you mean that it's not too big, it's not too small. It's got a really
yeah.
nice feel about it. So that's a wonderful response, and it's important that international students factor in location into their decision making. So on that note, we're going to move on to my favourite question of the interview, which is what is the one thing you think you'll remember most about your life at university in 10 years' time?
Especially in Exeter because it's a small city, it's not a huge city, so the community is very well knit. And you just bump into someone while you're running to your lectures. It's gonna happen. You're running to your lectures, you're super late to your lecture, and you will see most of the people you know, and you say hi to most of the people you know. Also, you'll feel like you'll get random acts of kindness throughout your day. So last day, I was just running so late to my lectures, and one of the maintenance people in my building, they held the door open for me. They're really sweet about it. So you're gonna experience random acts of like kindness and just like random community feels. Even though I'm an international student, I am yet to feel that I don't feel home here. Like university has made everything possible to make me feel at home. One of my biggest festivals, Diwali, I celebrated
Mhm.
in university, and I felt like I belonged. It felt like it was the perfect moment. Honestly, I can't describe it anymore because I lived it, so I understand it. So you need to be open to new experiences, and if you're open to new experiences, you're gonna end up having a great time.
Absolutely, I think it's an incredible answer, and it is all about immersing yourself within the
Yeah,
experience and being absolutely open to those new ideas,
yeah,
those new experiences, and just get out there. And I love the fact that you say sort of the one thing you will remember is the random act of kindness because
yeah,
obviously it is an amalgamation of all those small little things that make a really prosperous culture. So I completely get that, and I think that's a really really
yeah.
diligent point. So that transitions us sort of very nicely into our last question, which is all about kind of what is the one thing that you wish someone had told you about university life before you made that transition to degree study?
Academically, one of the things about my course was it includes statistics, so you're bound to do maths. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. You're bound to do basic like addition, subtraction maths. not high level maths, but still it's maths. So academically, make sure that you know that it is gonna be mathematical if you're doing psychology. Life, student life, you're gonna be alone sometimes, not lonely, but alone. So you're not gonna say, I come from a big family and there were always people around me, especially in school. You're with your friends for half of the day, then you come back home, you're with your parents or with your siblings, so you constantly have someone or the other with you. But when you're in university, you have your own room, you have your own life, you have your own assignments, and you're just going to sometimes sit alone and do your work. So you need to be prepared to not to have people around you all the time. You have your flatmates, and that's like your family, but we all have our own rooms. So Brian, you're not going to be in a shared room. The probability of you being alone for like few hours of the day is is huge. And transitioning from a huge family to just living alone is a major change, and university is therefore there to help you in that change. University of Exeter provides well-being services. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with the change, which is normal, completely normal, you can just give them a call and be like, "Hi, so I'm a fresher to the university and I'm finding change a bit hard. Is there any ways you can help me transition better?" And you're going to have loads of options. Someone's going to check on you regularly. They're going to give you more tips to how to go out, make friends, how to immerse yourself in societies, in your assignments, in your, if you're looking for a part-time job, then that. So try to accept changes mentally so that you don't struggle with them once you feel them, like once you go through them. Yeah. And also, if you're looking at self-catered accommodations, please learn to cook, because the amount of times I've seen students burn pasta is insane. So
So that's
if
part of the
you're
student experience.
that's part of the student's experience.
Yeah.
You're gonna make random food because you forgot to do your grocery shop, and whatever's available is now your dinner. So you're gonna have veggies on one side and then cheese on top of them just so you want flavor, because that was the only thing available in your refrigerator. So learn to cook, guys.
Absolutely, Ashita, I can't thank you enough for your honest and diligent insights. I know they're going to be so valuable to so many of the students joining this session today.
I
So I
hope
just want to
so.
thank you so much, and I look forward to catching up soon. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too have a wonderful day.
Bye bye.